Before I get into what I'm going to do to the car today, let's start off with what you probably don't know. I am not a mechanic. If I'm being completely honest, everything that I'm doing to this car and in any other car you've ever seen me work on, it's the first time I've ever done it. But if you already know how to do one, you probably will figure out for another one. And trust me, I've been challenging myself for the longest time, see what we could replace and make it better, and do some upgrades along the way. And I decided, let me take on a project that I've never worked on, and of course to do something that no one has ever done before. Buy a 911 and slap some Alibaba parts on it, and trust me, it has been coming together. I have a crazy body kit to put on this car. The wheels are here. God, I've been doing so much, but I'm simply doing maintenance at the same time and just learning along the way. I'm gonna move the car over here, bring the other car in, because we have to do something to that car also. But you'll be able to see what we're doing with that. But this is crazy. This is crazy. You would think I'm a mechanic. I have never worked on a 2013 911 before in my life. You have people who'll take their cars to the auto shop because they don't want to take that risk, but I spent the money to take the risk. And that is what makes us good content creators. Two things can happen. Is either this go horribly wrong or it turns out really amazing. At the end of the day, it's going to be a learning lesson for both of us. And wherever I mess up, you probably won't make the same mistake. Okay, so I have a problem with the 911, and thanks to eBay Motors, reach out, they agreed to sponsor this repaired, and they sent out the part. Had to wait a couple of days for them to send it out, but it's finally here, so now I can fix the problem that I'm having. Let me give you some backstory on what happened. So I was driving to the bay, and out of nowhere, my fuel gauge stopped breathing. I had that flashing red light. I wasn't sure what was happening, but the car was still running perfectly, but I couldn't tell the amount of fuel that was in the tank. For some reason, it came back on and just started working again, but then the reading was quite off. First, it told me I had like 300 miles, and out of nowhere, it said like I had probably 250 miles. I'm like, nah, this is not it. So, of course, to figure out what the problem was, it was the fuel tank level, and we are going to replace that. First thing we need to do is remove the battery, and take the strap off right here. Damn, there's a lot of things we're gonna have to remove. $14 is a fit. Okay, here we go. And then we need 14. That's a 13. 13. We need about 13. I'll pull that battery strap. Alright, battery strap off. And now we could take off the battery terminal. So now we just killed power from the car. So we got to remove the plate that is down here. Let me give you guys a look. I know it's a bit dark, but I have to remove this plate down here so I could get to the tank underneath. Let me try to knock that out. I've ever worked on a Porsche before. Nope. My first time. If we mess this up, we mess this up together. I've been watching like Matt Armstrong do this for some time, working on cars he has never seen before. This is crazy. And said, well, if he could do it, I mean, I don't see why I can't. I don't know why we tell ourselves that. If somebody else can do it, we could do it too, which is true. All right, underneath this plate, there's a few wires connected onto here that we have to disconnect. Before we undo these lines, you need to have something to catch the fuel that's going to come out of these. You press on the white tab, and then you could just pop up the lines. Same thing, that's how you release them. We're gonna push in clip on the side to release this clip. You need a special tool to remove the ring. If you don't have the tool, don't start this job. Don't start this job, get the tool first. So you need something like this. It's gonna run you probably around $20 to $30. It hooks into these sides right here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that properly. Hook right there into the sides, one there, and one on the other side. Lock it in, and then you turn. You're gonna hear it pop like shot went off. All right, so let's grab this one right here. Two sides. This is the side clip I was talking about. That last one's gonna be hard to remove, but we can get it out. To remove this big clip right here, let me show you on this. So you wanna brace something under here and pull it upwards and then pull up. It's kind of easy. So this screwdriver, I pretty much modified the tip of it to give it a little curve, because I removed a few clips, pretty much had the same problem. So push in right here at the top, slightly tilt up, and then pull up. There it is. Same thing for that little one. Easy to remove. Slightly pull up. There it is. So now this is out the way. This one is going to take a bit of a work to pull. Once you press and hold, come up, it's going to release a bit of fuel. Might want to clean this up because you don't want anything to get into the tank. Now that we clear up the area a bit with the vacuum, we can start getting ready to remove the cover. So shift these out of the way. Shift this out of the way. All right, now we're gonna remove the lock-in ring. Perfect side, perfect slot. So I'm gonna just probably do these corners out here or these corner out here. So probably do this one and this one. So this one right here and this one and this one. All right, just lock it. All right, this thing gonna pop like shot fire, bro. So we need a probably gonna use the breaker bar. Damn, I finally got the ring off. Listen to me. Taking this ring off is crazy. A matter of fact, I thought I was putting the tool on it. Remember, I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time. So I'm learning along the way, but it's not rocket science. But using the tool was the first time. So I was connecting the tools in here. I was supposed to connect the tool here. One right here and one here. One right here. Once I did it, it fit perfectly, locked into space, and then I was able to pull off the ring, the breaker bar. But boy, when I pulled this, it sounded like shot fire, bro. That was extremely loud. I'm not even gonna lie, that was loud. Of course, you're going to definitely need to take off the bracket. There's no going around taking off the bracket. Take off the bracket to make your life easier. It's just a 13. You're going to need a short socket triangle just to get it off. Let's lift this out of here so we can unplug these items. Oh. All right. I'll unplug this one right here. Let's see if we can get this. So I need a little squeeze. There's 2 tabs on it here. I need a squeeze and then pry the plug off. Oh, not squeezing it properly, so let me push it back up. Alright, squeeze in. There we go. Now we could lift this out. I don't believe there's anything else to unplug. I doubt it. Right, there's nothing else to unplug. Right. So we got the float out. All right, that's the old one. Yeah, it's down. I don't know. Anyway, let's get the new one. Put it in. Here we go with the replacement. Looks the same. I mean, it is the same. Anything wrong with it? We wouldn't know. Not gonna know. But this is OEM. They did take it out of a car. Well, yeah. Anyway, let me put this in. So you don't want to bend the arm, and they're quite easy to bend. So, damn, I'm trying to get this camera. You know what? Let me just set this real quick and then come back, because it's hard to get these angles, man. Okay, we got it back into the tank. Let's clip that on, and let's get this back one on. Just push it up. Yeah, that's it. And where's that? Whoop. Wow, I thought that clipped in. I really thought that clipped in. Wow. Whoa. Yep. All right, I'll lock it back on. So now, look at this. Put this on. Get it in the grooves. And let's lock it in. So it'll be like, this already fits right here. So that's it. Wait, over somewhere. Oh no, that's it. That's it on both sides. Nope. Okay, that's it now. All right, that side is done. That side is done. This side needs to come over more. What's going on over here? All right, that's it. Yep. All right, cool. So now we need to turn it to lock it. So to lock it all the way around. That it? Gotta keep going. Ah, there we go. Locked in. There we go. Whew, that was a lot of work. It don't seem like it, but I promise you that was a lot of work. Reconnect back this bracket, which is on the side. These are 13 nuts. We're going to thread them in with our fingers, and then we're going to lock it in with the tool. So let's put this under here. There we go. Match up the holes. If we could find them. All right. I just thread it in with our finger. The 2-finger style. Everybody should know the 2-finger style. This one goes right here. Yeah, that clip. This big one goes right here. Yeah. To undo this, just to make sure it's done right. All right, that's reconnected. And this is for the fuel lines. So this one goes here. And this big one goes here. Oh, there we go. Because I'm like, what the hell? All right. Let's put this support right here. All right, that's that. These wires are for these bad boys. The plate is placed this way. And slap this one in here. Here. All right, that's done. Positive above, grounds right. All right, so far so good. Everything looks great. Did a drive, like a good, probably around a night, 20 minutes drive, and pulled back in, and it's reading properly. I have not seen the red flashing light right there for normally when the tank is low, we just have a constant flashing, and it was dead. Everything is reading perfectly fine. I don't need to recode anything. I don't have to relearn anything. This is just a simple plug and play, and it's just a sensor level. Once it's working, it's working. If it's not working, it's not working. And this is one of those items. It was just giving problem. Now that problem, I don't see it anymore. So another problem solved without taking it to the dealer. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in the next one.